President Smeed, please join me at the podium to accept the mantle of responsibility that comes with your position. Shane B. Smeed, by the authority vested in me as chairman of the Board of Trustees of Park University, I hereby install you as the 18th president of Park University. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Chairman Clark, other members of the platform party, trustees, friends, family, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and students, and everyone watching online. We come together as a higher education coalition with leaders from other institutions, along with members of our park community for today's event. As Chairman Clark mentioned, I am pleased to be joined by many members of my family, including my amazing wife, Angela. Perhaps one of our family's more memorable and funny experiences occurred on a trip to Chicago for a Christmas vacation. While riding up a large elevator, a man stood next to us. Now, truth be told, he looked a little out of it that night, and he addressed me as, "Sir, do you know who you look like?" And my family and I waited with anticipation for what he was going to say. I've been called many things throughout my life, some good and some not so good. But he blurted out, "You look like Superman." And without saying a word and with no expression on my face, I slowly unzipped my jacket, knowing that underneath I was wearing a Superman t-shirt. To this day, my family and I thought he was ready to pass out with astonishment. And all he said was, "No way." We had a good laugh that night with my wife and with my kids, and even years later, that story will come up from time to time in the Smeed household on occasion. So you might be wondering if I always travel the country wearing a Superman t-shirt. As an adult, mostly because the glasses that I would wear, the suits that I had on, or perhaps the way that I comb my hair, I would get people coming up to me when I was with my family telling me that I looked like Clark Kent or Superman, and I received that as a compliment. So this has been somewhat of a family joke for us. Going back to when I was a kid, and as the years went on, I was fascinated with the concept that some normal people like Clark Kent could become great, wonderful superheroes. So why them? Why were they chosen? They recognized their true potential and would eventually discover their true identity. Those normal fictional men and women like Superman and Wonder Woman were already noble, kind, compassionate, and strong, even before they were called upon to become superheroes. And as I got older, I would realize that there were other superheroes in my life that were actually real, not just make-believe characters. Those superheroes were often the ones who loved me the most, nurtured me, taught and inspired and helped me grow to who I am today, as the little boy with big superhero aspirations. They taught me that when we show our superhero strength, we do so not by keeping people out, but by pulling people in. We include instead of exclude. At Park's opening convocation last August, I had the opportunity to discuss the importance of mentors and heroes. Thank you, Terry, for your kind words today. For many years, you have been one of my heroes. And thank you to my father, who I referenced back in that August address, and other members of my family for being heroes along my life's journey. There have been many heroes throughout Park's nearly 150-year history as well, including staff, faculty, and students who have worked tirelessly to create a culture of belonging. Last month, I attended the premiere of the new documentary, More Than a Medal, at the National World War I Museum and Memorial. I watched with pride as the film chronicled the work of our team at the George S. Robb Center for the Study of the Great War. which is advocating for those who have been unjustly denied high-level valor awards because of their racial or religious backgrounds. Dr. Tim Westcott and his center colleagues are delivering two powerful messages to this nation and to those heroes. To borrow a phrase from Dr. King, those brave men earned America's gratitude and respect for the content of their character, even if they did not receive it during their lifetimes. And to their survivors, great-grandchildren, grandchildren, and yes, even some children who are still alive, our message remains clear today. They belonged, and you belong. When I first stepped foot on this historic, picturesque Parkville campus, I knew I belonged at Park University. As I traveled across the country to our newest location in Gilbert, Arizona, to our campus centers in 4 different time zones, I have seen and felt the Park spirit in our students, our faculty, and our staff. My message to you today is simple yet profound. No matter who you are and where you come from, you belong at Park University. Students, you belong at Park University. Since those original 17 students arrived in wagons in 1875, Park has welcomed students regardless of their socioeconomic status, as long as they were willing to work hard to pursue their dreams. Students, we recognize that you have overcome so much throughout these past 2 years. We admire your resilience and stand ready to support you from now through Park graduation and beyond. Staff, you belong at Park University. Your service over the years to Park and its students has become something of a legend. Thank you for all that you do as staff to support our students. Faculty, you belong at Park University. Last month, our Faculty Center for Innovation hosted a Saturday morning virtual academic conference focused on inclusive teaching and supporting student success. I know that the hours you put in every week go far beyond the time in the classroom. You and your predecessors has rightfully earned the respect and love of our Park students. Shortly after becoming Park's interim president, I introduced a new monthly recognition program called President's Praise. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that the dedicated faculty and staff know that this university appreciates their extraordinary service. Thank you for making our students feel like they belong here in Parkville and across the Park network. To all our retirees, I want you to know that you still belong at Park University. I invite all our retirees to join us at Homecoming 2022, September 29th through October 1st, where we will reconnect as a Park community. And speaking of Homecoming, generations of alumni have joyfully sung the alma mater at their Park commencement ceremonies. Although some of the words were modified after Park College became Park University, the sentiment remains the same. Allow me to share some of the lyrics with you. Hail alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be. Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail. To thee, alma mater, hail, Park, hail. Forever, guiding, strong, never. Thy name forever. As our students graduate after 4 years, in some cases maybe a little bit longer, they know that Park will remain here long after they've departed. Dr. Bill Pavanka taught chemistry here and even served for dean of the college for 38 years. According to his obituary, on his 90th birthday, more than 100 past students sent letters thanking him for his positive impact that he had made in their professional and personal lives. Can you imagine how many other people who had changed lives because of him? How many lives he helped to transform? How about Spencer Cave? He came to Park in 1875 and worked tirelessly as a groundskeeper, remaining here until his death in 1947. That's 72 years. Children and grandchildren of Park's earliest graduates came to know Mr. Cave when they became Park students. A guiding light. Whether in times of peace or conflict, Park University shines as a beacon. Seeing historic McKay Hall lit up in Ukrainian yellow and blue reminded me that the fight for freedom, justice, and human dignity is not just some abstract concept. And Medal of Honors recipients George S. Robb, class of 1912, and Lewis Millett, class of 1963, risked their lives for the cause of freedom. The 60% of today's Park students who are military affiliated understand that when you raise your right hand and take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, you are defending bedrock principles. And for each of us who believes in Park's core values, which include global citizenship, inclusivity, and integrity, we retain an obligation to walk the talk, putting the words into action, especially in the areas of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Strong as an oak tree. When you enter historic McKay Hall, as I do just about every day, you are reminded of Park's solid foundation. But did you know that more than 300 students helped to construct that iconic building? They came to Park inspired by our motto, Fides et Labor, faith and work. It took 7 years to finish McKay Hall. Dedicated students quarried its limestone. But perhaps Park's greatest ever symbol of strength was Old Kate, a mule that hauled water up the hill from the north side of campus from 1886 to 1898, 12 years of selfless labor. You can view her 2 carts, wagon wheels today in the McCoy Meeting House. When she died, people wept. They wept for a pillar of Park's community, a tower of strength, a reminder that serving others is one of the most powerful actions we can take. Thy name shall never fail. Park will not fail. Our mission is too important. We transform lives across the United States and around the globe. Our world needs Park University more than ever. In an era defined by TikTok viewership and reality show stardom, people are craving what we experience here every day. We bring together individuals regardless of how they look or where they were raised. We are the melting pot dreamed about at the turn of the 20th century, providing an authentic 21st century experience. I will close with this. If you are the first in your family ever to seek a college education, you belong at Park University. If you have served our country and want to advance in a military or a civilian career, you belong at Park University. If you believe in excellence in teaching and learning, you belong at Park University. If you believe that transforming lives through quality, accessible higher education is noble pursuit, you belong at Park University. And if you want to make your community and this world a better place, you belong at Park University. Chairman Clark, trustees, and members of the Park community, I humbly and gratefully accept the responsibilities and duties of the presidency of Park University. And I pledge to you that this institution, founded upon core Midwestern values, a beacon constructed atop a hillside overlooking the Missouri River, will continue to shine brightly. Our world needs heroes. Our world needs each of you. Today and every day, wear your superhero capes proudly. Thank you. Hail, Park, hail.